Hi, welcome back or welcome to the channel. I will be showing you guys how I edit my gaming videos. For those of you guys that don't know, I do have a YouTube channel where I focus on gaming. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys how I go about editing my gaming video because it's a little bit different format than you would do for non-gaming videos. Now, I'm using Final Cut Pro for this because that's my main editing software, but it will work in just about every editing software you do. Now, first you may notice that I have two audio tracks, and that's because I use OBS to separate both my in-game audio and my video, and my mic audio. I actually have a OBS tutorial if you'd like to check that out. And the gameplay, I actually use a capture card for personally, but you can, if you use PC, you can actually just use OBS to record your stuff. I'll actually leave a link in the description below to both OBS and a good capture card option if you're like first starting out with capture cards and stuff in the description. But yeah, the first step I like to do is I have an intro, okay? So usually I like to insert the intro at the beginning. So that's what I do. You can just drag and drop or whatever. Now, personally, I find this the easiest method, okay? If it's a segment I think isn't going to be that interesting to the viewer, I'll usually just stop talking while I'm recording it. And then, it lets me sort of know right away at first glance that, oh, I stopped talking. So I definitely don't want to use that footage. So I can either delete that footage forever, or as an alternative, I can record over the footage and use it as sort of a B-roll footage. B-roll refers to footage that you aren't like actively doing stuff. So like voiceovers and just random footage in the background, that would be B-roll footage. So I'm going to delete this for these purposes. Now I did a few more here, so I'm going to delete that. But let's say I don't want to delete it, okay? So let's say I don't want to use the blade tool, slice it here, slice it there, then delete it. Alternatively, I could just put like a marker, a little reminder of, oh, I need to put something there later. But usually I don't do market like that much. I usually just cut here, and then delete like that. So that goes like that. That's how I would edit that gaming video. Then normally I'd, say a little bit more, go through and maybe this at the beginning and this, for example. Maybe this I thought was cool at the time, but it's just carrying on forever. So I'd just delete that bit. I know, I thought it was fine. I thought it was cool, but it turned out that, it just dragged on. And then let's say this bit right here is someone knocked at my door, or I got a phone call that I had to answer. Well, I could just delete that segment so I don't have to re-record the whole video. I can just delete that part. The most important thing with this guy that you have to absolutely remember when editing gaming videos is, unless it's like an extreme walkthrough, no one wants to see every single step you take. They might want to know how you got from point A to point B. Just make it flow naturally by cutting a few things here and there. Like going here, taking a few steps later, or whatever, kill one enemy or two enemies. They've seen it already, so you can cut out a few things. Don't be afraid to cut the video. Then when you're done, if you've noticed you've cut a little too much, you can either undo some of the cuts and just re-record B-roll footage over them, or you can actually just leave those cuts and, just decide for next time. So here's the general. When recording a gaming video, there's exceptions, of course, but when recording a gaming video, if you record like an hour-long session, expect to only be able to keep maybe 20 minutes of that content, okay? Even if you record like 6-7 hours, potentially only 20 or 30 minutes of that content you keep, because you should ideally be cutting the parts that might seem boring. If you don't know if they are boring, the general consensus is you can go back and watch that part, okay? I'm going to pin down the volume just for the sake of this, but go back and watch that part. And if you find it boring, chances are your viewers might find it boring, okay? Like this part right here, the only reason it's even kept in for my video is because I'm doing a voiceover talk type thing. It's basically B-roll footage, more or less. So that is, because this right here that I'm recording is actually a how-to video, which is why some of this more, unexciting footage can even be kept in it. And I guess that would be the main argument for the video. But let's go back to my editing, okay? Of course, I gotta add my end screen like I do. And then I want to show all of it. Now, audio's very important when it comes to like mic stuff and voiceover. So I normally select all the audio, look over here, go to my audio effects, and a little trick with Final Cut Pro where you can double click on whatever audio you want. Like this audio right here, it applies echo remover, echo remover, basic, your basic echo remover, your basic noise remover isolation tricks, because audio is very important, especially in how-to videos, especially in gaming videos in general, because even if the player knows the game, it's up to you to keep it exciting for them, keep them wanting to watch. And yeah, then I just go here and render it like normal. I actually have a whole video where I cover render settings, export settings for Final Cut Pro, as well as render settings for DaVinci Resolve. Feel free to check out both of those if you wish. But yeah, I'm going to end the video here. Any questions you have, let me know, comment section below. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.